Habibi!
Hey! Hello, people of the internet.
Hello. Hello.
Man, dude, she's gorgeous. I'm sorry I'm so sweaty.
Why are you sweaty?
You brought the lube, right?
So, as some of you guys have probably realized, the GT3 sounds like a Toyota Prius at the moment. So, the awesome people over at FI Exhaust, Frequency Intelligent Exhaust, decided to send me over this care package to hopefully make it sound like it drives and not like that thing.
God, dude, I can't, like, my hands are shaking. the camera's shaking.
That is insane. That is the fucking issue I'm gonna show you guys in a minute, but this is 8 inches in diameter, which is why there's not a whole lot of exhaust to choose from right now, because there's not a whole lot of shops that can even make this. That's insane. Like, this is like one of those porn videos, you know?
I'm here calling about your extended
Hello!
It is numbered actually too. I got number 17. So there's not any instructions, and I'm sure there are online. I'm probably giving a bad name, but we found like 3 videos of different people doing installs. One guy took the bumper off, one guy took the wheel off, left the bumper on, and then 2 guys we watched just left everything on and pulled the stock exhaust straight out. And since we're not really doing anything with the stock headers, it's just this piece right here coming out. And I think we can just kind of finagle it out of there without, I don't want to take this off. Especially because like if we damage it, I'm sure there's like a 6-month wait on a new bumper. Like that ain't happening. At least you guys have a good body shop though, you know?
3 hours later.
So the issue right now is that we just don't fucking know what's holding. So we thought we had everything off, but it's still not budging, so.
solid.
Well, it's gonna be 1 bolt.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out, like, basically taking 1 bolt off at a time until we figure out what the fuck's still holding this thing in. Having fun yet?
A bunch of algorithms going through my head right now.
Apparently,
Yeah.
pull the headers off makes life a lot easier. I'm a little.
You're stressed.
I am stressed. I didn't want to. I don't want to open up the. Yeah.
That's why I asked him to bring the lube.
Why are you stressed?
Why do we look like the guys holding up the flag right now or whatever?
Going to
Hiroshima.
Let's say Hiroshima.
Oh, shit.
No sensors?
So this is the valved exhaust, so we have to pop the actuators off the stock exhaust, throw them onto this exhaust, and then my little shut the fuck up button will still work. I'm pretty excited about.
Back where it goes.
A lot of jokes going down with the shape of the exhaust.
We're taking full advantage of it, bro.
I hear him chat to the noise, move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys, man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the boys, like the head tell me I'm awesome, yeah. I hear him chat to the noise, move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys, man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the boys, like girls, let tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan, if you wanna touch me, please use caution.
It's like the most scientific part is trying to line these guys up. I think we did a pretty good job. Like they look good. You can see a little bit of the tip.
Just the tip.
Exhaust is on the car. First listen, right? Porsche will not let me go over like 3,000 RPM in park, so we're gonna have to get it off of here, and then we'll actually see what this thing sounds like. How'd it sound though? Good?
Very good.
Like better?
Exceptional.
Like 3RS loud or a little bit?
Nah.
No?
The 3RS, like,
It had like a.
felt like your ears were gonna fall off.
I gotta hear it over. That was 3,000. I want to hear it at like 7.
What?
I have a problem.
What?
We got a CL. That's not good.
Oh no.
That's not good.
Oh no.
car sounds phenomenal. I had my drone up and the controller was sitting in the seat next to me, and when I launch controlled it, the controller flipped and it hit one of the sticks, and I didn't know until I glanced back down and saw my drone hit a tree. But I don't even know which way it went. So hopefully I can see through the camera where it possibly went.
All right, a little fucked up, but it looks okay. I mean, besides that, at least we got the footage.
You know, like 1 out of every 2 Starbucks drinks I get is just wrong. Like, I didn't order this. This tastes like ass, and I paid $7 for it. If you would have seen the entire clip of the drone crashing from this camera's perspective, you would have saw that it hit the tree and fell right next to the car. But my dumbass only checked the drone camera, and then I sat there for 45 minutes playing Hitchcock trying to re-figure out where it possibly crashed. I got poison ivy, a cow mooed in my face, scared the shit out of me. It was not a fun time. Let's talk about the exhaust, because I'm a little disappointed, and I'm not in the exhaust. Let me explain. There are 2 things that are kind of shitty about the 992. Number 1, the interior is so much better insulated and refined than the 991 was. In my RS, I couldn't think in the car with the exhaust on. I couldn't do anything, and I could feel it like in my chest. And in this car, even with the valves open, with the windows up and the doors closed, it basically still kind of feels stock. And that's not anything against the exhaust, that's just the 992 being a lot more refined car than the 991 was. Also, there is definitely a difference in sound. If you go into your 992 GT3 exhaust thinking it's gonna sound like your old RS or a 991 GT3 like I was, I think you're gonna be a little bit disappointed. I would say that this car is about 40% less loud than my GT3 RS was. This car has OPF filters, and all 992s do. And the OPF filter is murdering the sound, and it's not the exhaust. Like, I have heard the titanium straight pipe, race pipe, I've heard like 4 different exhaust companies on this car, and they all have the same issue, and it's the OPF filters just sucking out a lot of that low end noise. Now the good news is that at the high end, 7, 8, 9,000 RPM, I actually think this is louder and sounds better than my GT3 RS did. Maybe that's a good thing for a lot of you guys, because I think people are dailying these cars, and from a daily perspective, it being so much quieter is probably a good thing, and then when you really get on it, it's just as loud, maybe even louder than the 3RS. But I'm just kind of letting you know that if you go into it thinking it's the same loudness, volume, not exactly, especially when you're revving it. Like my 3RS in neutral, I could shake the house. This in neutral, it's better, but it's not anywhere near the 3RS. And if you really want to get around that, you're going headers. And if you go headers, now you're talking about a tune and voiding the warranty, and that's not what I wanted to do. Now, speaking of voiding the warranty, the CEL that came on, we did figure out what it was, and also I want to give a huge shout out and a thanks to the guys at FI, because they actually pulled in some high-level Porsche techs to figure this out. Turns out that the 992 is the first GT3 to ever have electronic actuators on the exhaust. Basically, when I turn this button, there is a little electric motor back there in the exhaust that actually opens and closes the valves. Historically, they were like vacuum lines that controlled them, and they didn't really care. The new ones phone home and want to tell the car about everything that's going on. And the issue was that when we took the valves off the old exhaust and we put them on the new exhaust, we didn't really put the valves in the exact same position. And then every time I would start the car was saying like, hey, I'm supposed to be at 0, but I'm actually at 20, and I'm supposed to be at 100, but I'm actually at 60. Something's wrong, throw the engine light. And they actually had to pull in a Porsche technician to walk us through. There's a PWIS computer at Porsche, and basically buried in the settings under adaptations on the 992, there is a relearn exhaust valves function, and it tells the car to go through, close them, open them, reset the new start and end points. And it's been off for about a week now, no problems. This is part of doing something to a car that no one's really done anything to. Like, there's probably a handful of GT3s with exhaust in the US. So even the dealership like didn't really know about this, and it was just a matter of like, now that I've done it, I'm your guinea pig, so if you run into these issues, now you know what to do. You know how to get the stock exhaust off, you know how to get the CEL to go away. I'm paving the road for GT3 owners right now. So, if I had to give the exhaust a Doug score, if you will, I would say sound, 10 out of 10 for this car. I would say the tone is excellent, and it's about as loud as I've heard a 992 get. It's a little quiet for my taste, but it's not the exhaust. I mean, you guys saw the exhaust when the valves are open is basically just straight pipe. I mean, this thing should scream. It's the OPF filter just kind of not letting it. Visually, I would say 10 out of 10 as well. I love the way this exhaust looks. I love that it has little plaques on it. It's numbered. It's got, you know, made for the GT3. I think I'm number 17. just all in all, it's a great looking exhaust. Now, unless you run your car like a twin turbo Huracan, you're never gonna see that exhaust once it's on, but it is a good looking exhaust. And I would highly recommend opting for the carbon fiber tips that I have. The carbon fiber with actually like almost a gold tint matched with this green paint is so killer from the back. Considering it sounds great, it looks epic. So far from what I can tell, the quality is super high. And the customer service experience, getting it all taken care of, has been great. So I would highly recommend this system. And I know most of you guys probably aren't buying exhaust systems for your GT3, but FI has a whole suite of exhausts for all kinds of different cars. So first link in the description below will take you to this exhaust, and the one under it will take you to their whole website. And I'm sure if you tell the guys over there that I sent you, they will take care of you and get you set up and get your car not sounding like a Prius. Because sports cars that don't sound like sports cars aren't really sports cars, are they? Now, I'm sure some of you guys are like, we just want to hear the exhaust. I'm gonna leave you guys with about a minute of undoctored, unedited, just GoPro exhaust noise for those of you that just really want to know exactly what it sounds like. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Smash the subscribe button, comment down below. To be honest with you guys, the tech channel is probably gonna turn into my main channel for the next couple weeks because it's not supposed to get any cooler and I just don't want to make videos when it's 110 degrees outside. So make sure you subscribe to that channel as well. And it's weird, I'm not gonna slap the camera because we're gonna cut to GoPro shot. You know, I'll still slap the camera. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Caution.